It's rain season in Zimbabwe. You already know what happens with our roads. You just got a new vehicle or your vehicle is acting funny. You want to know if it needs to go get a suspension change. The things that you can do on your own before you go to a garage. The right feeling, right? When you're driving and you're going through bumpy roads, even if it's a smooth road, how is your car behaving? Is it smooth when it makes turns, when it goes into potholes or out of potholes? How is it behaving? Is it smooth? Are there too many bumps? Is it too shaky? Are there any squeaky sounds like when it feels like the car is struggling, like it's fighting against you to actually go? You know what I mean? So the second thing to note is how your car behaves when you're making turns, especially when you're making turns. It's easy for you to feel. Is it making squeaky noises compared to before when you bought it when it was new, or does it make too many cranky sounds or squeaky sounds, or what exactly does it do when you're making your turns? Especially when you're moving at slow speeds, that's when you can hear all the different components of your car doing the things that they do. So you need to pay attention when you're making your turn. The third thing that you need to check is your tires, right? They should wear evenly, like Manza, like a bald head. It should be like smooth, like that when it's fading. You know that there's a problem when you have a bald head that's smoothing on one side or the other side. So that's the same thing with your tires. You need to check if it's wearing on the inside or the outside. It's because of the positioning of your tires. They're not sitting evenly or properly, which means there's a suspension problem that needs to be checked. It could be a wheel alignment, it could be shocks or anything like that. But the fourth thing to check is when you make a sudden stop, you should be able to handle its own weight when you make a sudden stop, provided you're moving at slow speeds. It shouldn't feel like it's throwing itself in the front, and you should be able to come to a stop and a balance without too much bumping and doing all those funny things. Sometimes when you hear a clunking sound when you make a sudden stop, it could be bushings that are worn out. It could be a control arm that is giving you problems. So the last thing that you want to check is the sway and bounce. Remember, we're in real life. We don't live in a hip-hop video. When your car goes through a speed dump or a pothole or anything like that, it should only bounce maybe once, maximum twice, but it shouldn't keep doing this. At high speeds, it will actually be dangerous for you. It can actually kill you, overturn, or do some really funny things. So these are basic tips that you can check on your vehicle to know that you need to go get a suspension change or check or whatever you want to do. But the best thing to do, go to a garage and get it fixed.